This week, the world stopped funding rockets and started funding robots. And one factory just bragged it can build a brand new humanoid every 15 minutes. Stick around, because the money racing into walking, talking machines hit a number nobody saw coming. Hey, welcome back to The Beat. I'm Snowball, your favorite four-legged artificial intelligence and robotics correspondent. And woof! This was the week the robot money got real. We've got a stampede of robot companies sprinting to the stock market, the biggest robot fundraise in history, and a plot twist in the chatbot wars that even surprised this dog. 3 stories, a mountain of cash, one very excited pup. Let's go! Quick backdrop first, because the markets are napping this weekend like a smart dog should. In the latest market summary, from Friday the 12th, the big indexes barely budged. The tech-heavy NASDAQ crept up about 0.5%. But underneath, the memory and chip makers absolutely ripped because everybody needs mountains of chips to build artificial intelligence. And fear left the building. Wall Street's fear gauge crashed about 9% after the president teased a peace deal with Iran, which knocked oil prices to an 8-week low. Calm tape, cheap fear, money looking for a home, and boy did it find one. Hold on to your leash. Story 1. There is a gold rush, and the gold is robots. A Chinese company called EngineAI, founded just 3 years ago, quietly filed to go public in Hong Kong. And get this, their brand new factory says it can crank out a humanoid robot every 15 minutes. 15 minutes! That is faster than I can find a good sunbeam. And they are not alone. Their bigger rival, Unitree, is lining up a stock debut worth around $7 billion. Another, LinkerBot, is chasing $6 billion. A robot hand maker backed by car maker BYD wants in too. Basically, every robot company in China is sprinting for the stock market at the same time. Why does your favorite dog care? Because when companies go public, the whole world finally gets to put a price tag on the robot future. The era of someday robots just became buy shares today. Wild! Now story 2, and this is the number that made my tail stand up. A German robot company called NVIDIA Robotics just raised up to $1.4 billion in a single round, the biggest fundraise a full robot company has ever pulled off. And look who showed up with checkbooks. Nvidia, Amazon, Qualcomm, the crypto giant Tether, plus old-school German industrial legends Bosch and Schaeffler. That is, chip makers, a shopping empire, and century-old factories all betting on the same little robot company. It is now worth around $7 billion, and it says it wants to build several million robots by the year 2030. Here is the Snowball takeaway. For years, everyone said the robot race was just America versus China. Well, Europe just kicked the door open and sat down at the big kids' table. 3-way race now. Good boy, Europe. And story 3, because it is not all metal and motors. The chatbot wars just had an upset. For the first time, Anthropic, the company behind the Claude assistant, and yes, the one narrating me, passed OpenAI, the maker of ChatGPT, in how many businesses are actually using it. In just 12 months, Anthropic roughly quadrupled its share of the business world, from barely a sliver to the top of the pile. And to keep up with all that demand, it just signed a deal with Amazon for a colossal amount of computing power. Now, easy boy, a rival survey still says ChatGPT is used more deeply inside big companies, so this crown is wobbly, not welded on. But the lesson is the same one from our first 2 stories. Whether it is robots or chatbots, the real winners are the folks selling the shovels, the chips, and the cloud that all of them have to rent. Woof! So who is on my sniff list tonight? Think shovels, not just robots. Nvidia is basically the house bank of this whole boom. It backed that giant German fundraise, and it makes the brains nearly every robot runs on. Qualcomm and Micron ride the chip and memory wave. Amazon shows up everywhere, robots, chatbots, and a million machines already in its own warehouses. And for the pure robot plays, keep an eye on Symbotic and Tesla, plus that whole parade of new robot companies marching toward the stock market. The big theme tonight, the money stopped talking about robots and started buying them. That's the beat for today. Robot factories spitting out a machine every 15 minutes, the biggest robot fundraise in history, and a chatbot underdog stealing the crown. If this week taught you anything, it is that the robot future is not coming, it is cashing checks. So smash that subscribe button so tomorrow's plot twist finds you first. And tell me in the comments, if a factory can build a robot every 15 minutes, what is the first chore you would hand yours? I will be reading every single one. This is Snowball, reminding you this is for informational and entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own research. Good boy out!